So, this is the Revv G4 pedal. This is a seriously high gain stomp box, and it's from the same people who brought you the Revv Generator amp. The flagship Revv Generator amp has 4 channels, and so Revv have released the sound of channels 3 and channel 4. Channel 3 is more of a kind of a surgical metal sound, and G4, which is the one we have here, is more crushing, chewy, high gain. And if you want to hear kind of the range of sounds you can get from it, let's do a quick playthrough of that now where I'll change all the knobs. So even with the gain fairly low, this is a high gain pedal, there's no getting around that. That is what this is for. I was running this into the clean channel of my Peavey Triple XXX amp, which is a high gain amp in its own right, but I was using the clean channel. And so there was pretty much no gain, as you could hear when the pedal was off, and that was running through my Zilla 4x12 with an SM57 and a Sennheiser 421. So pretty much the standard rock setup is pretty much what you would hear on most modern rock albums, is that mic configuration on the 412 with either a clean amp and a pedal or with a high gain amp. So that's the kind of thing you would expect to hear that outside of the live context. Now, I used this on the rhythm channel with pretty much everything at 12 o'clock when I was doing that. When I started off that high gain was with the aggression switch on red, which is kind of a kick into the gain stage, which gives it all that extra meat. There's also the blue aggression, which is a little bit less, or you can turn the aggression off if you've already got enough input driving that channel and you don't need it to be any more and you're experiencing like wailing feedback or that kind of thing. The gain knob seems to go from kind of 9 o'clock with quite a lot of gain all the way to serious gain to too much gain, which again, if you've got low output pickups or that kind of thing, that can make up for that, which is great. The bass, middle and treble seem to be active. I mean, the bass, when you turn it all the way off, it sounds like a radio effect, which might be something you want to go for in the studio. And the volume is exactly as it says, although with the volume at 12 o'clock on this, you turn it up and it's significantly louder than the clean was, which means that you've got loads of room to go depending on your setup. You're not going to be maxing the volume knob out unless you're doing something crazy. I used it on the solo as well, with the aggression on blue for that first little bit, and then on red for the second part, where you can hear me really bring out a harmonic. I also used the G4 on the bass, which is why the bass is in the playthrough video. I used my 2 notes La bass for the clean sound, but I also used a second channel and had the G4 running, so that was giving me that real grindy bass tone. That was with the aggression off and the gain backed off quite a bit, because I'm quite an aggressive bass player on this track, and so it didn't need any extra. It was getting, I tried it with the aggression on blue and it was just muddy with the bass application. Again, all the controls were fairly stock, and then I ran a combination of the clean and the G4 through a cabinet emulation to give me that overall tone. Now these pedals are not particularly cheap. This is about £200 in the UK, and I think the build quality really reflects that. It's solid, and it's all made from bent metal. It's not going to be collapsing anytime soon. It's properly made. Even with the gain really high, I was finding I wasn't getting much of a noise floor out of it, which is really quite impressive for a high gain pedal. Imagine a metal zone, but good, is the way I would describe this. You can use it without an amp if you've got something like kind of a preamp model, or like a 2-notes torpedo to do a cabinet model, that kind of thing. You can run this in loads of different applications. One of the other reasons they're so expensive is they are made in Canada. These are made one by one. This is serial number 001115. So there's only just over, at the time of making this, 1,000 of them made. So, like, one of the reasons that Boss pedals are less expensive is that they're thrown out on a production line, which is cool. It means they can be affordable. These are all handmade by Revv. So yes, I thoroughly recommend this if you've got a half decent clean amp, but you don't want to go out and buy a new amp, but you want a tight, high gain, chewy sound that's going to hold its own. Get yourself a G4, because you can put this in front of all sorts of different amps and it will come out with a really good tone. So check it out, RevvAmplification.com. Thanks to Revv for sending me this for review. I have not been paid to review this. I've just been sent this, and I'm probably going to have to send it back as well. But yeah, big thanks to Revv, and thanks for checking out the channel, guys. I'm Adam Steele for Hot Pulse Studios. If you've not seen us before, hit the subscribe button, because we do reviews like this, but we also do tutorials on how to make better music production tones from start to finish, of how to use different audio workstations and how to EQ, all that kind of crazy stuff, as well as the gear reviews. So check that out. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this, feel free to check out our other videos, as you can find here, or check out our Facebook and Twitter, or our Patreon page, which helps us to make more videos like this. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.